begin on our backs. You can lie down in Shavasana. You can lie down with the knees bent, the feet mat width apart and the knees drop together. If you're wanting to already give the lower back a little bit more support, you can have your palms facing up towards the sky. And take a few minutes here to just breathe a little bit deeper and to arrive. Observing what it is to be here now. Maybe you have an intention for the practice, in which case, see if you can give yourself a moment to frame that up in your mind. Can everybody hear me okay over the music?
Yeah.
And then I invite you to take 5 deep breaths in and out, using the fullest capacity of your lungs, and see if with every exhalation you can relax the muscles in your body a little bit more. Find a new level of depth for the relaxation each time. And then ever so slowly you can hug the knees in towards the chest, bringing yourself into being a little ball. And then maybe you'd like to bring the knees in circles, just beginning by giving the lower back a little bit of a massage against the floor. Making sure you take your knees in both directions. Slowly letting the knees come to stillness, and then as you exhale, you might wish to hug the knees in a little bit closer and bring your head towards your knees. And as you exhale, you might wish to place the head against the floor and to push the knees away from the body. So as you breathe out, the knees come in and maybe the head lifts if that feels okay for you. And as you breathe out, in, then the knees come away from the body and the head comes down. Really finding the way to coordinate these movements with your breath. And staying with this theme of the coordinating the movements, you can allow your feet to come back down onto the mat. The arms can come down by the sides, and as you inhale you can reach the arms up and over, allowing the back of the hands to touch the floor behind you, stretching. And as you exhale, bring the hands all the way down, the palms all the way down. Keep going with your own breath, reaching up and over, stretching. The hands can come all the way back down onto the mat behind you. Stretching, and as you exhale, bringing the hands all the way down to the ground. Next time your hands come down to the floor beside your body, then just leave them there for a second. Taking a moment in stillness. And then if they aren't already, walking the feet so that they touch. Bringing the arms away from the body so it makes a big T shape, reaching out towards the sides. And then as you exhale, dropping your knees down to the left side. The head can turn to look over the right shoulder. Inhaling, bringing the legs and the head back to center. And exhaling, dropping the knees to the right and the head to the left. Back up to center. And again, flowing it with your own breath, just lazily twisting from one side to the other. Trying to keep your mind really occupied with exactly how it feels for your body to be making these movements, the sensations that you're feeling in the here and now. And this is the invitation for the meditation of yoga. Just to give your thoughts a holiday for this next hour and come into really feeling the sensations as they happen to you. Make sure you feel even on both sides and then allow the knees to come back to center. And again, just rest in the middle for a moment. Bent. This is a slightly less intense way of doing these stretches, or you can allow the left leg to come all the way down onto the ground. From here you can pull the right knee in towards the chest. Breathe into this for a moment, and then by all means keeping the right knee slightly bent. You can move towards straightening the right leg, so it doesn't have to be poker straight. You can keep it a little bit soft. And if you like, you can thread the strap around your right toes so that you can draw the leg in towards the body. Otherwise, I encourage you to hold on to the back of the thigh or the back of the calf. You can hold on to the big toe if you're feeling very flexible today. And just gradually pull this straight-ish leg towards your body. You can flex your foot, flex both feet in fact. Allowing your back and all of the parts of your body touching the floor to really root into the floor. You can play with straightening the leg a little bit more on your next inhalation and then drawing the leg in towards your body on the next exhalation. So often the tightness of the hamstrings can really feed into issues in the lower back, because if we aren't as flexible as we could be in the hamstrings, then our day-to-day movements start to compensate so that our back has to take more of a load. In addition to that, they're attached, the muscle groups in the lower back and the hamstrings feed into each other really directly. So this is a really nice way to take some pressure out of the lower back. Again, on your next inhalation, straightening your leg a little bit more. And on your next exhalation, drawing the leg in towards the body. And as with all the poses that we're going to do today, if at any point it doesn't feel right for your body, or you need to make an adjustment, or you need to come out of the pose a little bit sooner, then really do it. Only you know how it feels to be you, and everything that I'm offering is really just a suggestion. We're going to take at least 3 more breaths here. After your 3rd breath, gradually allowing that right leg to come all the way down to the mat. So you can take a moment in this neutral pose, observing the difference from one side of the body to the other. And then when you're ready, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. So again, if you feel like going a little bit gentler, you can bend the right knee and place the right foot upon the ground. Otherwise, keeping the right leg down flat upon the ground, hug the left knee in towards the body. And then when you're ready, you can move towards straightening the left leg. Remembering it really doesn't have to be very straight. You can have a bend in the knee. You can use the strap if you wish. You can hold onto the back of the calf or the back of the thigh. And wherever you are, breathe into all of the muscles you can feel opening in this stretch. The other great thing about hamstring stretches like this is that they have some of the most profound effects on our nervous system out of all of the yoga poses. So know that you're really allowing the parasympathetic part of the nervous system, the part that relaxes you and calms you down, to really activate here, starting to relieve you of stress. Inhaling and finding a little bit more length in your leg, and exhaling and drawing it a little bit closer to your body. Always flowing with the breath, always making little movements. Taking at least 3 more deep breaths here. So slowly allowing both your legs to come all the way back down onto the mat and finding yourself back in Shavasana. From here you have a choice. You can either come back into a hamstring stretch, but this time with both legs. So bringing both legs into the air and gently bringing them towards your body. Or if you feel like you want to go into a slightly different stretch and that it's accessible for you, then you can come into Halasana, plow pose, by pressing the hands down onto the mat and drawing your body up off the mat and your toes behind your head. You can also place your feet upon the cushion or a block if it feels a little bit too intense. So you can choose option number 1, legs in the air and gently drawing the legs towards the body. Option number 2 is a plow pose. If you're doing the plow pose, make sure that you don't feel any discomfort in your neck. The weight should really be in your shoulders and your toes and your arms. So if it feels like it's too much in your neck, then come to the variation with your legs in the air. Let your belly fill up with every breath and empty with every breath. On your next inhale, straightening your legs a little bit. On your next exhale, if you're doing the variation with your legs in the air, then draw the legs towards your body. And if you're doing Halasana, then see if you can bring your tailbone up towards the sky a little bit more, feeling a deeper stretch through the hamstrings. Taking at least another 3 more breaths. If it's just your legs in the air, then gently bring them down. If you're in plow pose, then you can hold on to the lower back, bring the weight out of your shoulders, roll your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae, and then allow the legs to come all the way down. So whatever you do, do it super slowly, super mindfully. Taking a really deep, slow breath in this little Shavasana. Again, just observing any difference in your body.